Hey guys, just a quick note for the episode coming after this. This is very much a work in progress, and it's something near and dear to my heart that I hate mill decks, but I like the idea of playing with Digimon stuff, so I have to now love mill decks with Galapmon and Digimon mixed into the middle. And the fact that some of these cards have some of the best art in the game makes it even worse on my soul and my heart. But if you're here and you do enjoy this and you're not part of the community, subscribe, give a like, comment down below. Again, I'm not saying this is the best deck ever going to be made, but I think it's an interesting deck to look at, and maybe something less competitive, but more just on the side of fun, and maybe interesting, because Mill isn't something we talk about a lot here, besides when Creepymon did a thing for that one regional in Birmingham once upon a time. So, let's head into the episode. Good day, Tamers! Welcome back to something that I'm going to find interesting in about 6 months' time. First of all, thank you to DigimonCardGame.dev, the deck builder website, for all our cool card needs until Bandai says otherwise. Because that's what Bandai does. So, this is the best version of the Digimon Mill Deck that I kind of promised back in, what was it, like June or July? The current version isn't fantastic in any means, or by any width, or by any imagination. It's half a deck at best, with some synergies with things like Creepymon and the old Maggie that does the whole Trash 5. It seems to be a Maggie thing, but it's pretty interesting. But now this version, with all the new cards in, makes things go a bit better. So you may be wondering about the ratios. This is more just because I want to see different types of Digimon. With the new Tada, it's not so bad having all these. You don't necessarily need to have the rush into Warp anymore, because you have Biomerge. That being said, though, this is kind of what I'm thinking that you want to see, and that is essentially you want Gigis with the draw power. You've got the Digimon with the extra draw. You're thinking it's a mill deck. You want to mill your opponent out. You don't really care so much about your own side too much. So, if your first turn plays a Digimon here, chuck it on top of here into your breeding area, and then you may play either the on-play, this on-play, or this on-play. Probably not this one. Probably one of these two here. And you just have this one here. If it gets deleted, it's kind of your plan, is to mill some cards, or delete something if you can. You want to mill some cards. This one, on play levels up 4 and get your Takatos. Now this is only here basically to get your Takatos onto the field, and if you survive long enough, you survive long enough. Into the Groundmons, we do play both of the Milling Megidramons, and we play 2 of these, just because if you only see this one here, and you can't see this one here, this at least gets your Takatos onto the field. And if you don't know, Biomerge, as well as your memory setter, fantastic, and then your memory gainer if you delete something, plus Blitz, which could be what you need to finish the game off, and we'll go back up here to look at our stuff. This one here, it's when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted, this affects both players, trash the top 2 cards off their decks. Oh no. You may delete one of your other Digimon to have this Digimon gain security tag +1 for the turn. So, for instance, if this is here by some chance, because you've just played it to have an extra body on the field, and then you swing with this one, it doesn't die, you then Digivolve into this one. You know, you can always pop this one when you get to up here, and you get your top cards going, get more trash going. We do play this one here. That is, if you have a Takato in play, obviously you play a Takato, so it could be a case of get these out, swing, draw 2 cards, didn't die, evolve into Growl, play a Takato, so forth and so on. And then you have the third option, which is kind of cool. I love the cheeky face, and it is when Digivolving, both players trash the top 2 cards of their decks. Then you may return 1 Digimon or 1 Digimon card with Growl or Galapmon in its name from your trash to your hand. Now, because it's in its name, I don't know if it's intentional or it's more the whole like War Growl Growlmon. Chaos Galapmon or suffixes of Chaos Galapmon do also count as Galapmons, so you can always get your Maggie back if that was the case. For our level 5s, we have the original EX3 Trashy Boy, which is both players trash top 3 cards of their decks. Then, if a player has 5 or more cards in their trash, you may play 1 Digimon or 1 Takato from your trash or hand without paying its memory cost. Fantastic. Again, if we don't see this one, we only see these 2. If you've got this in hand, you've at least got a way of getting your Tamers on the field. Also, though, if you do use this one first and you do go into this one, you also get to have both Takatos on the field, or whichever cards you have in your hand. The other one is, because I'm blind, both players trash the top 3 cards off their deck. Then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 3000 or less, and delete them. For every 10 cards in both players' trash combined, add 2000 to the maximum DP you can change with this effect. So, if you are turn 3 or 4 and no one's just dead just yet, you do get to have a chance of saying like, oh, there's like 10, 15 cards in my trash, there's 10, 15 cards in your trash. Total wise, that's 30 cards, which means I now get to add 9,000 DP onto this effect. That's 11,000. Some megas are 11,000. Most of the time you'll be hitting like a level 5, but if it's a level 5 that's a key card, well then, you get yourself a new key card, takedown machine. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy this, to be honest. It's really good. I haven't really looked at this with the Raid Galapmon. I'm just going to say that now. I do look at this more to be in favour of the trashing stuff. So as you can see here, we played 2 of the original Galapmons, which is when Digivolve, you have a red tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Bye-bye blockers. Which I think was the point of that, to be honest, was to get rid of the level 4 blockers. Then when attacking trash one of your opponent's Digimon, security cards for every 10 cards in their trash. This is a trash deck. You'll be getting, hopefully, if you're going to play this card, at least 20 trash going. You swing, you take the security, and you swing for game, if you can. You also play this Maggie. The name of this card is also treated as Chaos Galapmon. Again, you can find Galapmon, we can find a Maggie Boy. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted by this effect, trash the top 5 cards you both players' decks. Awesome. In addition, you may play 1 Gilma and 1 Takato from your hand and or trash without paying its memory cost. Again, awesome. That's what you want to see. You want to have access as much as possible, because this is your mainstay. This is your card that's just going to start throwing things into the trash. I wish one day we get a Gilmon that lets you warp into this, because I can just imagine like the chaos that this would involve. Then we actually have chaos. So, trash end of your turn by deleting one of your Digimon with Galapmon in its name with a Digivolution card. Play this card without paying its memory cost. I'm pretty sure that this does let you delete Maggie. So you delete Maggie, and then Maggie does the whole like playing a Gilmon and playing a Takato. And then unplay, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less. Every 10 cards in both players' trash combined, add 2,000 that. Again, this is a very similar effect to the current EX4 Black War Ground on. Again, you're just essentially trying to destroy things that you can, because you don't really care to destroy things when you have mill effects. You'd rather mill. And then you also have this to finish games off, because you will be getting blitz, hopefully. So when Digivolving, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Now this was the one you don't really care for much for, because you're trashing security nonetheless. But then trash top cards of your opponent's security. This starts at 1. Add 1 for every 10. So if you've somehow done this, and you've trashed 2 or 3, and then you pop this, you play this, and then you get to put this on top of it. Oh, so regard, you are probably gaining blitz, and you're also just trashing the rest of their security and going for game. Is it going to be fantastic? I honestly don't know. I'm looking forward to it. You know me, I'm just a Galapmon sim, and I will want to get these in max rarity. Unfortunately, there's no alternate art in the database for this yet. Soon, hopefully soon. But that's kind of your top end here. You are playing a lot. You are playing 10, like 8 level 6s, and then 2 Crimson modes. 4 memory boosts, because every single Digimon in this deck has red in its identity. So your 12 Gilmons, your 10 Growls, your 8 War Growls, Chaos, your Maggie, your Gallant, your Crimson. And you play 2 of the memory setters, because it's a memory setter. We do get access to obviously just chucking things out in this deck, so maybe you want to go 3 and 3. It's down to you. Obviously having the warp effect is all really awesome. And then you got Takato here with Blitz. So essentially you kind of do want to have both of these on the field if you get a chance to, so you can Blitz in case you do go into your opponent's side of the field. With memory and all that jazz. But gaining memory is pretty good. So for those who haven't seen it yet, if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. Main once per turn by placing a Growl, War Growl, from your trash and this Tamer at the bottom of your Gilmon's Digivolution cards in any order. Digivolve that Digimon into a Galapmon in your hand, ignoring level requirements and paying its Digivolution cost. That Digimon gains 2,000 DP. See, if you're set at, 3, and you then Digivolve into this one, costs 4, and you're one on your opponent's side. Hopefully you've got this in the field, so that way, or if you do delete it, you get a memory anyway. Your turn, one of your Digimon will Digivolve into a Digimon with Galapmon or Growl in its name. That Digimon gains when Digivolving a Blitz. So you are going to obviously Digivolve into Gallet. Gallet gains Blitz. You swing. Your opponent's got 20, 30 security, lost of trash, whatever. Throw those into the bin. So you're going to knock off 2 or 3 security. If you swing, you don't die. You get to play Chaos if using your trash. And if not, then you can just maybe hang around. If you do gain back to 0, you could just play this to be a 6-cost giant scary boy who just deleted whatever monster was on their side of the field. It's like, you've got 6 memory, do what you can, because if you don't, I'm winning next turn. But that's kind of the deck in a nutshell. You do just want to like mill as much as you can. If you prefer, you can go up to 4 on these, and then maybe take this down to 2, and take this down to 2 as well, or 3, or have you fancy. So if you want to go 4, 4, then maybe you want to go 2 and 2, because again, these aren't massively scary. This is obviously an on play, and this one could go there if you want to, because just on deletion. It doesn't have to be on effect by the original purple Guilmon. You just obviously Digimon this for 0, swing, gain a draw. You died. Could you delete something? No. Trash some cards. Awesome. I mean, that's down to how you want to play this deck, to be fair. Otherwise, though, that is about it. You could obviously do with some touching up. I'm sure we'll see people play this a bit differently. I have seen someone play Medi in this deck. I don't think they play the Mill version. I think they just play like the new EX4 version. But that could be something interesting to tech in. Maybe going like 2 for 1 of each, and then Crimson, because Crimson is so good. And then obviously we used. I did ponder to put something else in, like maybe like Trident Resolve, which is the Victory Greymon, which is the whole 8 cost. If you delete the highest thing, then it's got over 13k DP Treasure Security, which makes some sense in this deck. I believe it has a main effect that does a security effect that does the same thing. So especially if your opponent is playing a lots of Death X's, if you don't somehow mill them all into the trash, then that could be something quite interesting, especially because you are playing a lot of Tamers here, and obviously Tamer Hate is probably something you don't really want to see, as you want to see your Tamers. Although this just kind of helps reverse Tamer Hate a little bit. And this kind of helps with the Tamer Hate a little bit. But that's the deck. I do love this deck, and I do want to see how I do. I need to get some more of these. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys want to try this out yourselves. I think it's going to be a good deck in BT 13 reprint set, EX4. So yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully you have a good day. And this is my take on why I shouldn't be left in charge of making metas, because you get really janky Galamon decks like this. But peace out and goodbye, guys. We'll see you guys next time for some more fun red-purple magic stuff. Peace out and goodbye.